You see what's going on in the news, man. We're going to talk about police brutality. Was it police brutality in Jacksonville, Florida, or were they right to do what they did? Let's take a look, man. The police brutality case in Jacksonville, Florida, currently gaining widespread attention online, centers on a February 19th, 2025 traffic stop involving 22-year-old William McNeil Jr. A viral video which surfaced on social media on July 20th, 2025, shows Jacksonville Sheriff's Office officers forcibly removing McNeil from his vehicle, breaking his car window, and striking him multiple times in the head and face. Here's a detailed breakdown of the incident based on available information. So the date and location of the incident occurred on February 19, 2025 near Jacksonville Woodstock neighborhood during a traffic stop. Now, the reason that they're saying that they stopped him, according to the JSO police report, McNeil was pulled over around 4:17 p.m. for driving without headlights or taillights in inclement weather and not wearing a seatbelt. However, the viral video shows McNeil wearing a seatbelt, and McNeil questioned the stop, noting it was daylight and not raining, challenging the officers claimed that headlights were required. Florida law requires headlights from sunset to sunrise or during rain, smoke or fog, raising questions about the validity of the stop. Man, let's take a look.
When he pulled me over, he walked up, opened my door because my window don't work, right? Okay. And then I said, so what I did wrong? Yeah. He said, well, for one, your headlights are off under this weather. I'm like, okay. There's multiple people headlights off, first of all. And then there's no rain.
It doesn't matter. You're still required to have headlights on.
Can you pull that law up?
Huh?
Can you pull that law up?
Yeah, when you step out of the car, I will.
Can you call your supervisor?
Huh?
Can you call your supervisor?
All right, go for it.
Exit the vehicle now. Exit the vehicle. Show me your hands.
Here.
I'm here. What is your reason, sir?
Step out.
What is your reason?
Step out now.
All right. No, don't.
Get on the ground.
Stop fighting.
Put your hands behind your back.
Put your hands behind your back. Hands behind your back. What's wrong with you?
I was putting my hands behind my back.
Ain't no talking now, man. Ain't no talking.
I'm fucking stupid shit, bro. I was doing it, bro. What's going on, man?
You're under arrest. That's what's going on.
No, bro.
Yes, bro.
You
Yes.
have a lawful reason,
Big
bro.
knife center in here too.
So this video is going viral all over the internets.
And I'm just trying to have a regular conversation with y'all, bro.
That's not how it works.
Too late.
It ain't gonna too late.
When they asked you to step out of the vehicle, you should have done that shit.
Sir, your partner didn't even ask. Your
Marijuana
partner
in his right pocket.
Yes, it is.
So why close the door if you see him pull up?
Because, man, what you mean? He talking about arresting me and stuff, bro. I didn't do nothing.
It's called resisting, idiot.
I didn't do nothing wrong, sir. Can you back me up to the car so I can clean up? Shut up. You was bugging my shit, bro.
So, is that resisting arrest? Now, the gentleman back here in the back that you see right there, this guy, angry guy, he stuck old boy twice. Stuck him through the window, broke the window, stuck him through the window, grabbed him by his head, and then gave him a nice little uppercut. So this guy angry. He's probably the one that's probably going to get disciplined, and this is going to end in a lawsuit. I mean, you see it. Come on, common sense people see that this right here is stepping over the line quite a bit. They use excessive force. I don't particularly. Okay, so if it was me, would I step out the car? Absolutely. Would I give my identification? Absolutely. Have I been pulled over wrongfully? Absolutely, I have. But I'm very cooperative. I'm not combative. Now, this brother here, who knows, man? He's got it recorded and everything. Maybe he was. Maybe he knew how Jacksonville police officers were going to handle this, and I don't know. I believe this gentleman is well within his rights to ask the questions that he asked. I think the police officer should answer those questions. Should he have stepped out of the car? In my estimation, yes. Should they have broken his window and stuck the man in the face? No, I don't think so. But we're going to have some experts here momentarily that's going to talk about this. But let's go to the next video that talks about this incident.
Exit the vehicle now. Exit the vehicle. Show me your hands.
Here.
Glad he showed him
Tonight on the
hands.
10 o'clock news, a Jacksonville Sheriff's Office traffic stop going viral with 1 million views and climbing on social media.
Millions
Now
of views.
we see
No.
all the angles of the interaction.
I'm about to break the window.
All right, go for it.
This is the body cam footage here.
Exit the vehicle now. Exit the vehicle. Show
Kind
me
of
your
low though,
hands.
right? Look how low it is.
JSO releasing body camera footage from each of the 3 officers who were involved
the
in the
camera
incident,
down?
which is now drawing national attention.
That body
After
cam
roughly
is
4
kinda
minutes
low.
of asking
I don't know.
William McNeil Jr. to get out of his car, officers smashed through the window, pulled him out of the car, and pinned him to the ground, telling that driver to stop resisting. The
Okay, so let's just say there was not Mr. McNeil, Mr. McNeil. Let's just say we didn't have his footage. From that footage right there, with it just looks like, you know, there's a lot of chaos, right? There's like a scuffle. You would think he was resisting arrest, right? That's the way it looks. But when you look at Mr. McNeil's video, it does not look like he's resisting arrest. That's my opinion.
viral traffic stop now prompting questions of drivers' legal rights and demands of transparency from the Jacksonville Sheriff's Office.
This incident happened back in February, but McNeil just posted the video on social media this past weekend. Sheriff TK Waters says an internal department investigation into the officer's conduct is underway. A violent altercation that all began when police noticed McNeil's headlights weren't on. News4Jax reporter Eric Avignon joining us live in studio tonight. Eric, you have more on everything that's happening here.
Yeah, so we just found out today that encounter between Will McNeil Jr. and Officer Donald Bowers, again, it happened back in February, but Sheriff TK Waters announced today that he didn't know about it until someone had told him about that cell phone video that was posted onto social media. He said he ordered an immediate investigation into the matter. This is the cell phone video that has since gone viral after it was posted onto social media.
Exit the vehicle.
You just saw 22-year-old Will McNeil Jr. being punched in the
took it,
face
too.
by JSO officer Donald Bowers during a traffic stop. Now, here is the newly released body cam video showing how it all began.
Yes, sir.
Is there a reason why you're popping the door open like that?
I don't have a window that works. Is there a reason that you're pulling me over?
Yeah, absolutely. There's a reason why I'm pulling you over. For one thing, inclement weather, you don't have your lights on. 2 things, you're not wearing your seatbelt.
It's daylight.
3,
I don't need the lights. And it's not weather. It's not raining.
this is inclement.
It's not raining.
Okay, I'm not arguing with you. I'm telling you why I'm pulling you over. Give me your driver's license, registration, proof of insurance.
No, call your supervisor. Why?
Excuse me?
Call your supervisor. Why did you pull me over?
77, 35. I'm properly qualified driver. I've already told you.
Why did you pull me over?
Step out of the vehicle.
No.
Step
Why
out of the
did you pull
vehicle.
me over?
Moments later, after more cops show up, Officer Bowers' body cam records what happens next.
Exit the vehicle now. Exit the vehicle. Show me your hands.
Here.
1033 at 15:21 hours.
What is your reason, sir? Step out. What is your reason? Step out now.
Get on the ground.
No, don't freak out. Get on the ground.
Put your hands behind your back.
I'm resisting.
Hands behind your back.
Man, it
McNeil
said
pled
stop
guilty to
resisting.
driving
Hold
on a suspended license.
It said stop resisting. This dude is flat on his face, dude. They got him by his head. They got him by his back. Man, they got him. They told him stop resisting. It don't look like this brother's resisting, man. It look like they got him handled.
And resisting arrest without violence. Sheriff TK Waters says this
Hands behind his
encounter
back, too.
could have been prevented if McNeil had not resisted arrest. But what about this punch to the face as seen in the cell phone video?
Was it appropriate for the officer to punch this guy in the jaw after he'd already broken the window? Was that yes or no? Was that appropriate?
It depends on the circumstances. But it's already determined it's not criminal. Now we're going to look for JSO policy violations. How about that? Is that good?
Well, if a civilian did that to another civilian, they would be in handcuffs.
No, not necessarily. It depends on the circumstances, the situation.
So my thing is this, man. You got the officer there, the chief, whoever. He's standing up for his own. I mean, I can't I can't fault him for that. Do I think the police officers use excessive force? I do believe they use excessive force. But the chief there, he's going to stand behind his people. I don't blame him for that. But you know what? The video, in my estimation, shows something different.
Ask that same question to civil rights attorney John Burris. If his name sounds familiar, it should. He represented Rodney King in court after King was seen on video being beaten by Los Angeles police officers during a traffic stop. Burris has no affiliation with this investigation.
If a regular civilian had done that to another person, would it be safe to say that that civilian would have been charged with aggravated assault and destruction of property?
Absolutely. And that's why a civil rights case is going to be filed soon.
Now, McNeil is being represented by civil rights attorney Benjamin Crump and Harry Daniels. And when I spoke with Burris, he showed interest in joining those attorneys in this case to create what he would call a legal dream team.
So one of the things that Sheriff did today, we learned a lot. We saw the additional body camera videos there. Now that we know William McNeil Jr.'s name, you've been looking into maybe his past. What have you found there?
I think you're talking about the officer.
Thank you very much. Yes, Bowers is the name of this
officer. Bowers,
officer.
yeah. So what I found out is that he is no stranger to the IA, Internal Affairs. In fact, he's been at the center of 5 previous internal affairs investigations. 3 were initiated by civilian complaints, and the other 2 were from within JSO. Only 3 of the complaints led to either a reprimand or some type of counseling. So again, now this is a totally different accusation here. We're talking about, did he violate JSO policy? Because as we know, according to the state attorney's office, which was revealed in that news conference today, they didn't find any criminal wrongdoing. The state attorney didn't. And no idea at this point how long the internal investigation will take? Have no idea how long that could take. I mean, it could take weeks, it could take months. It just depends on, in terms of their policy, JSO policy, what did they deem that if a policy was broken?
So the officer, what they say, Officer Bowers, that's the gentleman that broke the window, stuck him the first time through the window, gave him a nice little uppercut outside of the car. He's the gentleman that they're saying has 5 cases, internal affairs have investigated him. So he's no stranger to complaints from, civilians. But let's take a look here, man. The police report states McNeil became verbally combative, opened his door briefly, then closed it and locked it, refusing to provide identification and demanding a supervisor. The viral video shows McNeil calmly asking why he was stopped and stating his window didn't work, which is why he initially opened the door. Officers asked him to exit the vehicle, and when he requested a supervisor, an officer identified as Officer Bowers smashed the driver's side window, punched McNeil in the head, unbuckled his seatbelt, and forcibly removed him. Multiple officers then surrounded McNeil, with one seen punching him in the chin and forcing him to the ground. The same officer punched him twice. It was the gentleman with the hat that, like I said, that broke the window. He stuck him through the broke the window, stuck him through the window, gave him an uppercut, and grabbed him by his head and gave him an uppercut, and he had his hands on the back of his head. So let's take a look here, man. A police report versus the video. Discrepancies. The police report claims McNeil was reaching for a large knife. I didn't see that in the video. Y'all didn't see that in the video. On the floorboard during the extraction. But this is not mentioned in the video or corroborated by other sources. The video also does not show the officer giving verbal warnings before breaking the window. Contrary to the report's claim of several warnings, the officer's statement about breaking the window appears directed to other officers, not McNeil. So this right here is an interesting case. This gentleman is going to get paid, man. He gonna get paid, 100%. 100%. So let's take a look. Let's take a look at the next video. This one is of a gentleman who is an expert in these types of matters.
All right. Now, the cell phone video of William McNeil Jr. being hit by police during a traffic stop, it's sparked discussion about police conduct and legality. News4JAX anchor Janice Harris breaks down the cell phone video step by step with our crime and safety analyst Tom Hackney to examine where that traffic stop may have escalated.
Call your supervisor.
All right, go for it.
Traffic stops happen every day, but this one ended with escalation. McNeil asked for the law regarding his headlights.
Was he within his right to ask that?
You're within your right to question the reason for the stop. to demand that the officer pull up a law or you know, show me the justification. I say this all the time. The roadside is not the place to debate that.
McNeil asked for a supervisor.
Is that standard?
In the course of trying to yell through windows about it's just not the time to demand that.
Officers can demand that a driver step out of the car and or to roll a window down. They can also ask for your driver's license and registration. The driver can file a complaint and or ask for a supervisor after complying with the officer's request.
The officer only has to ask one time for you to get out of the vehicle before they can break your window?
Yes, they're seeking compliance. And again, that's what some of this is all about.
The police report says McNeil was warned several times and refused to comply several times. McNeil's window is broken as police attempt to get compliance, and then you see an officer hit him in the face.
Is that standard or was that not standard?
Okay, that's a non-standard move with that. First of all, you're able to lay hands on somebody to extract them from the car if you've given them a lawful command, they're not following that lawful command.
If there had been an immediate move toward a weapon, then the officer is within their rights to use the level of force to stop that. According to the police report, the suspect was reaching for the floorboard of the vehicle where a large knife was sitting. However, the video does not show McNeil reaching for a knife from the video angle.
You certainly are going to have to justify that punch through the newly broken window.
Hackney says according to the video, most of what the officers did was within compliance, but hitting McNeil in the face will have to be explained. Janice Harris, Channel 4, the local station.
Court documents show on February 20th, William McNeil Jr. made a plea deal for his charges. He pleaded guilty to resisting an officer without violence and driving with a suspended license. The charges: drug paraphernalia, possession of marijuana edibles, driving with no headlamps, no seatbelt. Those were all dropped.
So this situation, to me, I think there's a lot of valid points here. I think the officers did do some things that were by the book, that were correct, but the punches in the face, man, that is what's going to get them in trouble. And I believe that this guy is going to get a big payday. That's what I think. You already got two high-profile attorneys that are already on this case, and then you have a third who was involved in the Rodney King trial. He wants to go ahead and be part of this case because he sees it as a slam dunk. I see it as a slam dunk, man. The incident highlights ongoing concerns about racial disparities in policing as Black individuals are disproportionately involved in JSO use of force incidents. The questionable pretext for the stop, headlights in daylight, and the rapid escalation to violence raised concerns about police training and accountability. The lack of immediate investigation until the video went viral fuels public distrust. So the chief said he didn't even know that this incident happened. So to me, that's kind of suspect. Sheriff Waters' defense of ugly but lawful force contrasts with community and legal assertions of unjustified violence, underscoring a divide in perception. Brother about to be paid, man. He about to be paid, man. He's about to be paid. And the unfortunate part about this whole situation is the taxpayers are going to have to pay for this. But this is my thing, man. This is my thing. Whenever you're dealing with the public, it is a tough job. Being in law enforcement, it's a tough job. I've had many, many conversations. Like I've said, I've got family and friends that are like family that are in law enforcement. I've heard hundreds of stories, at least hundreds of stories about just different things. And it's fascinating how people can become unhinged, and some of these officers have to fight for their lives. This situation right here, that officer right back there, the one with the hat that broke the window and punched him twice, you know, maybe he's just a bad police officer because he already has internal investigations on him. What they say, 5 different incidents. So now here goes the 6th one. So his actions, I believe, is going to cost them millions of dollars. This brother's about to become a millionaire. So it is what it is, man. Before you say, oh, well, you know, this brother deserved it, before you say that, ask yourself, if this was one of your loved ones and they conducted themselves just like this, would you be okay with the officers conducting themselves in the manner that they did, breaking the window, punching him in the face, forcing him on the ground, and then saying, hey, stop resisting arrest, when he was already flat on his face with his hands behind his back. It makes me feel as if they were trying to cover their tracks, right, by saying, oh, stop resisting arrest, because of course they have the body cams on. This guy wasn't resisting arrest, man, and from what I can see, man. So let me know in the comments, man. Let me know what y'all think. I think this brother about to get paid. Taxpayers about to pay this dude millions.